good. And yourself?
I'm well. Sunday night. Post interview with the man of the hour, the one who came in clutch with his partner, 112 points. You already know. That was
Yeah,
that was that was that was that was impressive, brother. That was impressive.
yeah, yes, it was.
So I just
We
wanna start off by congratulating you.
thank
For
you.
winning our first official Fear Squad tournament. You and your partner, like I said, y'all came in, y'all showed out. Two dubs. That's 10 additional points onto that score at the end. If I remember correctly, it was a 36, a 39, and a 40.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be wrong. You
No,
might have
you're right. You're right.
them scores, man. Them scores, man. You had dudes battling, yo. They were battling all day, trying to catch back up.
Yeah, especially that dynamic squad. They actually made us really try. Once
Yeah.
that we saw that 30 bomb, we were like, whoa. We only had a 26, and we're like, we have to go try harder now. So we started splitting, started different stuff. Sometimes didn't work, but the two games that it has to count, they did count.
Hey, listen. I seen a team decide to split separately completely and say we'll link up later, and that wasn't the move. I think that 30 bomb that you guys seen, it was like, all right, now we know that we're playing with some gamers. Like we gotta step it up, and that's when you
Yeah.
guys put it into full gear.
Yes. Uh,
Um, so I just want to start off by asking, who is Top News?
well, I will say this. I'm a competitive minded person. The drive on me decided that I cannot be just playing casual. So I'm a competitive, kind of funny guy. I say sometimes, but I'm just me. What you see on camera, that's me. I will not change my behavior. I will not change my character. I just me every single time. So funny, try hard, and that's kind of same.
Hey, I seen it. I seen it
Keeping it
when you.
real, keeping it real.
I seen it when he. Hey, listen. I seen it when he got the win. They got the win. He was like, "We got the dub!" Yeah! Like
Yeah, he
Oh, that
did.
was
so.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, that was actually the 39-point game.
So
But
I know.
I know we needed to go a little bit over their points. And I tell my boy, if we put the pressure on them, they will make mistakes. So once that we got that, I knew that we got the pressure, and I was watching the other guy live streaming. So right when they, I think it was you guys say, "Oh no, TopNews got more points than you." They
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
started playing faster
Yep.
because then they only have so many hours to get their best games.
Mhm.
So that was huge for me and my boy,
I
especially
jumped.
especially for me. I was playing bad that day, really bad.
Nah. I jumped in their chat and I was like, I think I jumped in your somebody else's chat and I was like, yo, somebody put up a 30 bomb. And then I think 3 or 4 minutes after I sent that message in the chat, y'all put up that 39 or 36. And I was like, all right, somebody just got 39 or 36. So
Yes,
started telling a few of our members like, yo, you're gonna have to step it up because these dudes that they came to show out. They came to show up.
yes, we. I know that we enter late. I didn't have a partner or anything like that, so I was like looking for people, and they were like, "Oh, I found this guy. Let's play." We played the other day. Let's play again, and I was really surprised how everything ran is really smooth, and I love it, man. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to make another one.
All right, so that brings me into my next question. Now that you mentioned that, I have two more questions after you mention that. How often do you practice as a competitive player?
Well, it's not that I practice. Every time that I'm playing, I'm practicing. So I might play with casual friends. I'm practicing my 1v2s, my 1v3s, how to get out of situations. I also watch other players how they play, and I try to copy their situations. And the best thing that I have is I will admit my mistakes, and I will learn from my mistakes. So I will not make the same mistake twice in the same day. After that, I think my practice and anything like that will come with do what I do best. It's either be the main guy or be the second guy. So I've been telling a lot of my friends is when you're the second guy, you might not drive the highest skill, but you are probably the most important person in the whole team because you're the one buying them back. You're the one buying the UAVs. So you have to practice both ways: campy, fast pace, rotations, and do what you feel comfortable in the map doing.
All right, so now that you mentioned that, I'm gonna assume you have different strategies. Some days you go in, all right, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go get these bounties. I'm gonna get, what I need to do to get kills. And then
Yeah,
you have your more reserved days where I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna practice on my snipe. So I'm gonna practice on my rotation. How
yeah.
do you deal with the pressure when you're in a tournament, knowing that you're going against other teams who may possibly put up high numbers, and when you're in situations where you have to wait for the scores to be added or come in at a later time to be like, all right, now I know I gotta get on my grind and I gotta go crazy.
So, in kill race tournaments, it's really important to know the other team's situations because we had a 26 bomb, and that was our first game. So we thought that we were safe, but we're like, okay, we get another 20, 25. That'd be good. That should be enough to make us make it to first. But then we saw that 30 kills. Now all the pressure is on us. Okay, we have to rush. That 26 is nothing good. Now the first game we were getting scavengers, so we're getting our points. We're playing safe. We're rotating. But then once that we sold that 30 bomb, we decided to, okay, we cannot be going for that many scavengers. We have to go for bounties. Then we started splitting a little bit more. We started fighting different teams. Sometimes we'll pay off, sometimes it won't, but that's the chance that you take. If you want to win, you have to take chances.
So before I ask you anything about our tournament and what we conducted, I want you to go ahead and let people know where they can find you. Give them your social media, give them your Twitch. Just go ahead and plug all of your information in right here, so that way people can go ahead and either find you, TNT crew, or anything that
Yeah.
you have going on, behind the scenes of Top News.
On Twitter, my Twitter name is TopNewShow. Like I say, every time that I'm live, there's either something going on. On Twitch, you can find me as Top News. And my biggest thing right now is trying to play with many people as I can, expanding my understanding of the game. Oh, probably also different games. I've been trying different games too. So you can mostly find me on Twitter. You can also find me on Twitch. I'm live almost every single day, except by spending time with the family. So that's pretty good.
All right, so what are your honest and I just want complete honesty from you. What are your thoughts as a competitor in the tournament that we hosted? What was your input from what we conducted?
Well, the main thing, and I gotta give you guys proud for this, is the live scoring. A lot of tournaments that I have played on and I actually watch, they don't do live scoring. They will wait 30 minutes or so, or they will do it, but they will not have it for everybody to see it or available to everybody to see it. So I was able to go to the website, refresh the page, and I will see the scoring really quick, and then I will see who was on top at the moment, who was in second place, who was in third place. So that was really good because if you're in third place, you know, okay, I got to beat these two teams. I got to move up a little faster. If you're first place, you can see who's catching up or who's not catching up. So that's probably my best take on the whole thing, on the whole tournament. The second thing was you guys have people watching everybody's live stream. So if anybody get caught cheating, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get disqualified. Also, if anything happened, I I asked the question. 30 seconds later, the question was answered. So I didn't have to go to Discord or Twitter and ask somebody for that. They would have, and like you guys did a really good job with the support, like when it comes to answering questions and also updating scores. The one thing that I will say, I would have liked to see people like updating their own scores. For example, hey, tweet it out and then you guys retweet it. So I know, okay, this guy's the one person live streaming because it took me a little while to find out that dynamic squad.
To have
But
to go
everything
find
else,
people.
yeah. So be like, hey, this is the person on second place at this the first hour. Second, this is the person on third place on the second hour. So it would have been easier for me to find it because once we saw that 30 boom, I didn't know who it was. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, who's this person is? But everything else was freaking amazing. I love it.
And that's
That was really good.
that's something we made sure was important, with it being our first tournament, that not only we had the support from our moderators, but that we just had people completely devoted within those 3 hours to answering and any questions that you guys had as competitors, and making sure that they can be there to not only verify scores. It was only 9 teams, so we didn't feel a need to pull in all the moderators that we did, so we did keep it to either 2 to 3 streams
Hmm.
per mod. So each person was able to either have one guy and a separate guy, or two people have one guy at the same time and somebody separate. You understand? So
Yeah,
everybody was observed, and any complications, or if somebody was like, "Oh, I didn't get to clip a score," a mod was able to verify they just got this score, even if they missed the clip. Like I remember it was one team that sent in a score that the score was missing. We had a mod in the stream, so they was like, "Yeah, no, I seen the score. It's verified. If that's the clip that they got, I can verify it as being in their stream." So
yeah.
that's something we made sure that was important. And I feel like anybody that hosts any tournaments is is obligated to make sure that you know player support is top notch. Because you guys are competing, you guys may have questions, you guys can call somebody out for cheating or whatever the case is, and to have that support is important. To have somebody answer your questions is important.
That was that like I said, that was really important because I had a few questions in between. Was able to answer them really fast. So I was like, that's good, that's great. My friend had a few questions too. He was being able to answer. I was able to check the Fear Squad channel. I was able to check they were live streaming it, different point of views. I was able to check that out because if I'm loading into a game, I got a whole minute, so I'm able to see who's doing what who's my competition doing, how they're doing, and at the end of the day, everybody's trying to win. So if I can get a little edge by watching their point of view, and yeah, that's available, I will do it. So that was really good that you guys did that.
So now I want to ask you again, your complete honesty. What do you think we can do as tournament hosters to not only make the next tournament better, but just improve the quality of the tournaments that we had? Was 3 hours enough? Do you feel like we need to extend it? Do you feel like a breakdown after 2 hours into a bracket is something that you as a competitor would enjoy? Intermissions, just that type of whatever we can possibly do to make the experience of competing in our tournaments better for you is basically what I would like to know.
Now that you say that, yeah, that would be great. So if let's say for example you got 2 hours for your two best games, and then whoever qualify on the top eight will play in a bracket, that'd be awesome because then not only you have to play on a kill race, but then now you have the pressure of seeing the other team on your same team and how they're doing. And when it comes to battle royale, it's all about luck. Sometimes, well, most of the time is. So one person, a team, if you play bad one map, that will decide everything else. So it's everybody has to be
Hmm.
on their point every single time. So that would be really good. If you guys are able to do stuff like that, and the 3 hours to three for the three best games, I think it's good. I think the once the 3 hours, you allowed to, in my opinion, you should be allowed to start the last game 15 minutes before, so you will be done by 5 minutes after.
Hmm.
Everything else, man, you guys did a really good job.
We wanted the last score to be in, honestly, by 3 p.m. But then I thought about it, and if you're in a game, if you start your game at 2:30, you technically, let's say hypothetically, would end at 2:50, 2:55. That doesn't
Mm.
give you enough time to be like, shit, I had a bad game or a decent game. I can get one more game in before the tournament officially ends. So
Yeah,
allowing them to start that last game or final game right at that 3 o'clock mark, and whether it be good or bad, that's on you. Um,
yeah,
it does make the difference in a kill race, because like you said, it's about pressure. It's about that one game you mess up, and it could be over. It could
yeah.
it could be over after that. So that's something that is important. I'm gonna let Spets. I know Spets had a few questions he wanted to ask you as well, so I'm gonna let him jump in and ask you a few questions, and then I'll jump back in and ask. I got me. I'm the question man. I got the questions.
Yeah, you see, I got somebody else here trying to ask questions. So yeah, they left me alone the whole time. Um, I know you talked about KD caps. Okay, what are your insights on KD caps?
Uh, KD caps are good and bad. So it's good because you allow teams that are less skilled than most people to have a better chance on winning or making it far in a tournament. But then it will be bad if you put it really low to because then you will limit the people that are able to enjoy. So I think that a KD cap will be good for some qualifiers. I think KD caps no limit for a KD cap will be good for other qualifiers. Uh, make it different prices, however you guys want to work it out. But I think KD caps are necessary most of the time because let me tell you, there are some kids that will drop 30 or 40 bombs, and they are crazy.
I see them every day on
Yes.
streams. I see them every
Hey,
day.
listen, Gangsta Salute did it the other day. He dropped a
Oh,
30 bomb.
Yeah,
Bro, he dropped a 30 bomb on trios. His
yeah,
teammate dropped, I think,
yeah,
15, and then the other one dropped like a
yeah.
high double digit in like the 10 to like 20. And for him to drop 30 alone, he doubled what both of his teammates put up. So
so
that's an impressive performance right there. At and any stand, I know your teammate had what 20. I think he had 21 at one point, or
21.
yeah,
was it
Yeah, 21.
21 and
he
I
got
think you
21.
had a 21 and a 9 or something like that, or 21 and
no,
14.
yeah, it was a 29, 13,
21.
13.
21 and
21.
13. Yeah,
Four,
that was our
and the dub. And the dub.
yeah,
Which
yeah, yeah,
gave
yeah,
you the
yeah. So
40 points. Now it gave you
yeah,
the 40 points.
that was the 40-point game. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got 21, so I would have 14 plus 5. Yeah.
Hey, I understand if I'm understanding. He was on mouse and keyboard, right?
Yes.
Is it easier to play? Have you played on mouse and keyboard?
I can.
You can't.
If I play for mouse and I tried it before, but my hands will be like this
Hey,
the whole
listen.
time.
This is the
After I
keyboard I have right here. When I try to play, look, me and Spets were trying to find some PC games, and when I tried to find a PC game, bro, my fingers were like I couldn't. I had to change my keybinds to like be far apart because I need to spread my fingers. Otherwise, I gotta grip that controller. I got called out one day for um being a keyboard and mouse player because I hit a crazy snipe, and somebody told me that my elbows were too far apart for me to be playing on a controller. That I had to be playing on keyboard and mouse because my elbows were so far apart. So
Yeah.
I get it. I know when they play it's a lot more pressure. It may be easier for some guys in terms of accuracy. I heard,
Oh
but
no, for him, so I think he's been playing on mouse and keyboard for the past 3 years. So if I'm
okay.
not
So he got his
mistaken,
practice in.
yeah. So for him, he plays like really close. So like his face will be here, the monitor will be here.
Oh,
So
I
he's
hope he
able
got
to.
blue glasses. I hope he has the
So
blue light glasses, or or,
Stop.
or a
No.
really good monitor.
so he's able to grab his control, his mouse, and go like this so fast and see the
Mm.
whole map. So it gives you
Yeah.
an advantage once that you master the whole mouse and keyboard.
So you prefer controller? Just to be
Yes,
clear.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I'm a controller
Okay.
guy.
Okay. Controller gang. Controller. Yeah, I hear that, right,
Yeah,
Stream?
yeah,
Yeah, I hear that, right? Controller
yeah,
gang. Controller gang. We will not switch over.
Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard
yeah.
is not an option.
No, it's
It's not
not.
that we
Hell
don't.
no.
It's not that we don't welcome you guys. It's just it's harder for us. It's
Yeah,
we prefer this route. We prefer this
yeah,
route.
I'm too old for mouse and keyboard, man.
No, yeah, your
Too
hands,
yeah,
you
old for
carpal
that.
tunnel. Carpal
My brain
tunnel.
don't
Too
work
many
like that no
buttons at
more.
yeah.
once.
I would say they have an advantage when it comes to like movement wise, but when it comes to aim, we controller players we have probably one of the best aims in the whole. Like if you put the best like general PC players and general controller players have better aim. In my opinion.
I heard they started to nerf that
I'm a
in
bot, so
certain
I don't know.
games. They've paid attention to the fact that controller players do have an advantage over mouse and keyboard players in some instances, and they started for Fortnite, for instance, they nerfed the controller accuracy or something like that. They did something weird in Fortnite to where players have less advantage when it comes to aiming and accuracy than mouse and keyboard players because of what you're saying. We do have that advantage from time to time. And in my opinion, I feel like it's a connection issue, or it's a connection advantage sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, who plays on landline, it's rare that I experience a lag, so I'm not sure how PC players experience lag.
Well, if you play on PC, you connection to the server will be a lot better than you when you're playing on the PS4. Because I used to average like 70 pin on PS4. Now that I'm on PC, I'm averaging 39, probably lower 20s, and I still live in the same house. So I think connection is a big issue too there. But everything else is almost a playing equal playing field.
Okay.
Uh, but PC players has a little bit of advantage
Yeah,
overall.
I'm not messing with them. I will never in my life claim to go against a PC player and be better. Nope, not happening.
Yeah,
not,
they
not happening. I'll stay in my lane. I know my lane. I'll stay in it. Control the game. That's it.
yeah.
I got one last question. Okay. Based on everything you saw on the website, what you experienced on the website, what what would you recommend for us to do on the website that will make your experience on the website better?
Well, it was really easy to look around, so that's good. I think good will be if I'm able to click on the team name, I can see whoever is live streaming on that team name.
Okay.
So that's something that's pretty good. And then that's it. Everything else was perfect. Like I complain a lot sometimes, and that was like really easy. I will click standings. Boom! I will see every single team, every single score, the best game to the on the top three best games,
Hmm.
and I was able to see who's on the team, final scores, all the points will be added. So and the sign notes were also pretty easy too. So I think everything else was really good. The one thing that I will say is like if you're able to put when you click on their name, the live stream will pop up. That'd be huge.
I think that was the easiest thing for us. Having the website be able to input you guys' score like as soon as you guys send them to us and update with the click of a button. That was in a sense the easiest part of running the entire tournament that I would say. The hardest part for me that I would honestly say is keeping up with all the streams because I'm somebody who likes to watch all of them at once. So I will not even lie to you. I had 6 streams running at the same time while I was trying to stream, and my computer was lagging because it
Oh
was
wow.
it was just so much happening, you know.
Yes.
Um, like I said, this was only 9 teams. I wanted to be big and better. We wanted to be big and better. We wanted to be more teams. We want you guys to be able to get into that bracket round that
Mm-hmm.
we ultimately anticipated for. That unfortunately we didn't get a chance to showcase. I know Spets worked very hard on the freaking bracket, and and for him to not be able to get that, I know he was kind of stressed. But it was just a complication of entries, and I understand it because we are still fresh. It is our first tournament.
Yeah.
But in the future, I know it's gonna be bigger. I know it's gonna be better. I know it's gonna be more profitable for you guys as competitors. And that brings me to my next question of would you compete in any further tournaments that we have?
Oh, you're gonna see me on every single one of them. You will.
Awesome.
Like I
Yeah.
say, I had a good experience with everybody. The whole thing I like, and a lot of people don't understand this, but when you play on some of those different websites or different other tournaments, it takes an hour or 2 hours to get your payout. I got my payout 3 minutes after the whole tournament because there wasn't no need to review anything because it was
Everything
being
was
reviewed
reviewed.
live.
Hmm.
Mhm.
The second thing was uh, anybody had a problem, it was answered right away. So when the tournament ended, the tournament ended. So that's it. So that was huge that I was able to get my payout right away. Uh, Also, you guys were able like make everybody, hey, this is our Discord, this is where you talk. It was pretty simple. You submit here, you do this here, you do this on the other side. So everything, like I say, everything was really good when it comes to the communication between you guys and the players. And I'm pretty sure the way that you guys run it, and hopefully different people see this, they will. If anybody knows me, they wouldn't understand that I usually complain. So if I don't have no complaint,
That's a
they
good
will.
thing. We're doing something good then.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, listen,
So
all three of us are Puerto Rican, right?
yes,
That's
Yeah.
yes.
okay. Okay, so I understand complaints. I understand them. I understand them.
Yeah,
I
man.
understand them, and I side with them. Complaints are necessary. That means you're asking questions, which means you
Yeah,
want the knowledge. It's
yeah,
it's it's something that we want you guys to do. We want you guys to ask the questions. I know somebody. I think it was you. You kept. You asked again about score submissions and
yeah.
if clips or videos were or screenshots were okay. And that's just something that is something that's big, you know, for us to
Yeah.
be able to answer those questions that you guys have, because ultimately you guys are competing. All we're doing is saying, okay, we're gonna put on the show for you guys. You guys are the ones who ultimately are having the initial experience. And
Mm-hmm.
anytime you go into anything, you want to have nothing but the best experience. You never want to have a bad experience. It just puts a sour taste in your mouth to not want to do it again, not want to organize yourself with those people again. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just something that we are going to pride ourselves on from here on out. Now, you mentioned the Discord earlier. How do you see our Discord being, or how do you feel about being able to network with other tournament organizers, or just network in general with other tournament players or gamers, streamers, build a community within our Discord for your community? How do you feel about that? Do you think that's something that is going to be beneficial to streamers, or negative to streamers?
Well, the whole networking in the Discord, it was pretty good. I actually one of the dynamic guys hit me up to play with him, so that's good. I think he's from in the United Kingdom. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was
UK.
from the
But
Yeah,
yeah,
UK.
from the UK.
so I don't know how that's gonna work, but I tell him, yeah, 100%. I'm done to play with him, and you're able to see if anybody is having anything going with their live stream or anything like that. You're able to see it there. You're able to like promote your stream. You guys were giving fair, equal time to everybody that was live streaming. So you will not be seeing one person live stream the whole 30, 40 minutes. You will
Hmm.
seeing different people point of views. And I'm pretty sure you guys break it down between Fortnite and Warzone. So
And
Yeah.
you're
that's
able to
yeah,
see,
that's what we're focusing on now. But somebody on our team actually did make the note that the gaming community is bigger than just Call of Duty. It's bigger
yeah.
than Fortnite. There are people out there who necessarily don't compete in games but love to play games just as much
Mm,
as competitive players do. Um, and that's something that we recognize, and that is ultimately what we want the Discord to be. We don't want it to just be a place where we're focusing on Warzone, focusing on Fortnite, just
mm,
hosting tournaments on those platforms. We want it to be a section where you as a streamer, you as a gamer, can come and be like, hey, I'm playing this. Is anybody playing and would like to play? We want it to be a place where you as a streamer can come and just hang out and network and just build not only your community, but you yourself as a streamer. You understand?
yeah.
And that's why we made that public server and just allowed it to be open to the general public. I have been posting it a little bit more to try to get more people in, so that way they can not only know what's going on with you guys as gamers, but just have a place to come and just chill. You know, the gaming community actually is a place where I met Spets, and we built the relationship that we have now, just through gaming and just being consistent with each other. And
Yeah.
I've never met him a day in my life, but this is my brother. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's just something that we want to allow for you guys to do as streamers and gamers and just people, because everybody is
Hmm.
human. Everybody needs that human connection and just interaction, and just a place to just chill and be themselves outside of streaming.
A lot of people like forget the whole point of video games was to be able to connect with your friends online.
Mhm.
Sometimes we forget that, and that's huge. Like you're able to connect with people through gaming. So having a place where you will be able to connect with other people. I can meet my best friend next week. You don't know
Mhm.
my new best friend, or my new duo, or my new streamer.
Mhm.
So that's you that you guys actually trying to help and just build everybody around it too.
Yeah,
That
it's
that's good.
it's not enough. It's not enough support. Not enough just people to say, okay, I support you. I support him. I support her. There's no reason why we can't all support each other and all get an equal piece of what Twitch has to offer. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, 90% of us that are here are Twitch streamers. We have a few people that do stream to Facebook, but a large portion of it will take their following and want to keep their following. There's no reason for that. Spread that love, spread that
Yeah. Hmm.
enjoyment, because you may do something that somebody else may do that, now they can relate to both people and they would enjoy you equally, and they're not going to take you away from them. They're not going to just steal that viewer, but it gives somebody more of a connection to actual people.
Everybody that you interact every other day, you should be able to, hey, thank you for the follow. I'm playing with this guy right now.
Right.
Can you follow him too?
Right.
Yeah.
And and it
Yes.
just I always say on my live stream, it's just sharing the love. You
Mhm.
show me love, I gotta tell you, hey, this is my guy. Share him love too. We all can share love
Mhm.
because
Yeah. I remember you saying that last night, and I went ahead and guy your partner on Facebook.
so a lot of people, like you were saying, like, oh, they don't want to lose that viewer.
Mhm.
It's not about that, because if that viewer see that you have a family,
Mhm.
he will want to be part of that family.
Mhm.
And the biggest community right now on Twitch and Twitter are are built because they feel like they're families.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And when you feel you're welcome and everybody else is welcome to it, you will want to stay. And that's one thing that everybody should be trying to promote, and not a lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't think. I think as streamers, we don't realize that we're all streamers.
Uh-huh.
The community just needs to just show more love, and that's something that hopefully we can open up the door for, and we can just encourage people to do more. That's just something that needs to happen. It needs to be more support amongst each other as streamers and gamers and a Twitch community, because Mixer did it and they blew through the roof and now they're gone. You know,
Yeah.
and I feel like right now is prime, because if Twitch doesn't come together as a community and say, okay, we're gonna keep this platform going, Facebook is gonna take over. Facebook is gonna
Yeah.
definitely take over.
Yep.
Yeah, because the one thing that Facebook has over Twitch is you're able to create your own group of friends. That those friends will invite other friends, and it
Mhm.
will create a chain reaction through the time. And once you promote your live stream on that group, everybody will be easy,
Yes.
be able to click and just go to that one live streamer. And I've been saying this to a lot of people. It's like we just gotta work
Mhm.
together. Like you guys came up to me and tell me, hey, be honest about it, and it will be up to not only you guys but towards everybody to take the input that I say, that what you guys do towards everybody else, and take it and try to improve it from now on.
Mhm.
So I think it will create a circle where it's gonna be improvement from day one. So that and I hope that's the case, because we do need that in our especially in our community.
That's why you're here. That's why we're interviewing you. Inside.
Yes, not yeah. From the moment that the tournament ended, you were just very vocal of not only your opinion, but just your personal insight.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of people will be like, wait, he has an input. I don't like that he has an input. How do you expect to make things better for people if you don't consider their input? You
Mm-hmm.
know, how do you take the top player and the lower performing player and say, okay, what was your experience? Now, what was your experience? How can we make it better for you as a lower performing player? Do you think that you should have been based with people who were in the same KD as you? You know, things like that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just something that you just have to just take into consideration every and any time you think about the whole tournament aspect of it, because there are places who have that standing of you're going to compete within your bracket of competitors, and that's something that is important, you know?
Yeah. And that lower player they probably didn't win, or let's say didn't perform to his extent. I always tell them don't worry about it because you will get there. You If you guys implement the KD cap, now you will be able to play with the people are you KD level. Then of course you will want at the end of the day to prove yourself to the better players. And by no means I'm the best player. There's a lot of people better than me, and every day I try to prove myself. Hey, do I can I make it to that next level? And if you're a person that likes to compete, you enjoy competing, that's the best way to do it. Is practice, enjoying tournament there and your level, and always move up on the ladder. One day, if you're really focused on it, you will move up.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think that's something that everybody needs to do in terms of playing for tournaments is just not only practice more, but learn how to separate the pressure when you're in a
Mm-hmm.
tournament and you are just playing.
Yeah.
So that's just something that competitors have to learn to balance is the pressure of competing in a tournament and playing outside of a tournament while you're practicing. I tell each and every person, even when you're in a tournament, don't think of it as a tournament because that's just gonna increase the pressure on you. Just think of it as another game. Think of it as
Mm-hmm.
I'm just in a lobby with really, really good people. That's it. You know? And every time you play, put yourself in that personal competition. All right. For the next 3 hours, we're gonna have a kill race and imagine that we're in a tournament and set a
Uh-huh.
bar for the highest top score. So let's say somebody has 40 points. We're going to set in our head for the next 3 hours that we have to try to get more than 40 points. You know, and there may not be nothing going on. We can just be playing for fun. But you know, in the back of your mind, that's how you practice. You know, that's how you get
Yeah.
better. You watch those high performing players and say, okay, they play this way. I'm going to adapt to how I play. You know, take a little bit of their skills. You know, and that's all it is. That's how you learn to play is by watching and getting insight of certain plays, certain
Yeah.
skills from other people to implement into your own gameplay. And that's just what's gonna be the break of competitive players and just players.
Yes. One of the teams that you have there, Governor. That's how I found out about you guys.
Yes, that's my
Uh,
boy. That's been my boy for a while in this streaming thing. He actually was one of my first 100 followers on Twitch.
wow.
Yeah, my
Well,
first 100.
I met him probably last year, if I'm not mistaken, and I did like a tournament for fun because I want to practice. I want to feel that pressure. I need to put myself. I got to do better because I
Hmm.
was practicing for all the tournaments. So when I talk to him, I tell him, hey man, practice and go into it, and let's see what you can do. And then when he found out about you guys tournament, he actually practiced for like 3 days. So he did a lot better than he did the previous tournament. So it's
Right.
like you will see the progress. You just got to put yourself into that, and then he understand. Well, he understood the feeling of competing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have that much pressure. He was I was watching his live stream when he was telling his teammate, "Yo, we have to do this, but it's okay if we don't do it. We
Mm-hmm.
can push this guy, but it's okay if we just rotate." Because he understood that it's not about that one or two kills; it's about the whole
It's about the
game.
whole game. That's sometimes what you'll forget in a kill race. It's like, I need to go for kills. 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 You may go for kills and then get a 8 or 15, but you're gonna die. Now me sitting back, I got my 10 kills. I can easily match your 15 by winning the rest of the game. And
Exactly.
get a few more kills, get a few more points than you. That automatically is going to put me up a few more points than you.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely true. Just go into it, and just always, in my opinion, anticipate that you're going you're going into a tournament. If you're a tournament player, for somebody who enjoys to compete, always look
Yeah.
at it as a tournament. Even when you're just playing for fun, and when you are playing for fun, um, don't let the pressure of when you're playing in a tournament get to you. You know,
Yeah.
consider yourself the best. Consider yourself the top-notch player. When you see that score, that's when you have to be like, all right, hold on, I gotta refocus now, because now there's somebody better than me that I'm obviously seeing.
Yeah. And one thing too for everybody the live stream is people like to see that environment when you're like going and they understand, hey, there's something on the line. That streamer gotta go. That person gotta go. That have to try even harder. And the whole focus to be focused. You can be focused if you're focused most of the time, and you might not feel that pressure. So being focused and doing what you know what to do, and understanding, hey, today, guys, I'm like, Governor, I'm practicing. I'm tuning in. I'm like, wait, why he's practicing? And he was going really hard. And you will prepare yourself to be a better streamer, a better player, and your communication with other players will increase. Because when you're playing in a tournament, you cannot be screaming. You cannot be talking about different stuff. You gotta be focused on one thing. It's about winning the match, rotating, and one day you see some different players, now that's where, okay, this is my try hard mode has to come out now. I cannot be missing. I gotta be on point. And when do you play tournaments, the whole environment on your live stream, your personality not gonna change, but your live stream, everybody watching will understand what's going on, and
Mm-hmm.
they love that. They love that.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank you, bro, for tuning in and into this fear hour is what we're gonna start calling it. Thank you again for competing, bro. I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's almost been an hour. Um, one last time before we let you go, plug in all of your social media. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them whatever tournaments you have. Tell them about TNT. Just lay it on them, bro. Lay it on them.
Well, you guys can find me on Twitter on Top News Show, on Twitch as Top News, and TNT is a group of friends that we are your normal people that got a job early in the morning, late at night, in the afternoon, and we come in once or twice a week and play together. And if one person needs help, we're here for you. If anybody wants to talk about personal problems, we are not judging people. We will hear you. We will try to give you advice. If you want to go and play Warzone with us, we're always happy to play with anybody. And you can follow TNT on Twitter on TNT Cruise because we are crew.
Hey, you guys see it on screen,
Man,
man. It's been great having you, brother. We appreciate you for competing.
thank you, bro.
Hope to see you in the next one. You guys see it on screen. Top News Show on Twitter. TNT Cruise on Twitter. He's on Twitch. Twitch.tv / Top News. Just how you hear it. TOPNEWS. Thank you again, brother, for tuning in, and congratulations again for winning that tournament, man.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
bro. Thank you, bro.
Hope you have a wonderful night. If you are streaming, guys, go check him out. He should be live either tonight. If not, make sure you turn on those post notifications, and you will see each and every stream that this man has. He's a savage, complete savage. He always goes hard. He always shows out, and he got to represent for the Puerto Ricans. You already know what time it is, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bro.
Peace out, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight.